pictures capture a cherished moment between Mike Noriega and his grandmother.
My grandmother would cook dinner for us and spend time with us, and she was in so many ways like my second mom.
92-year-old Hilda Noriega lived on the 6th floor. Within minutes of the tower collapsing at 1:22 a.m. on June 24, 2021, Mike got a phone call.
And my mom said to me, Mike, your father just got a phone call from someone in your grandmother's building. She was irate, she was fanatical.
Mike and his dad Carlos, who was the North Bay Village police chief, raced to Surfside. Mike didn't know it then, but that night would begin a 2-year-long journey of hope, heartbreak, and eventually healing.
When you go through a broken heart, what ultimately determines whether or not you're going to become bitter or better is the meaning that you give your pain.
Mike found his meaning in a calling to write a book, Uncollapsible Soul. Through his words, he hopes to honor his grandmother's legacy of faith, family, and friendship, and what his family and so many others lost.
And so I felt sharing my journey of healing to other people that are going through crushing seasons of life through my grandmother's story and through many other stories of people that passed away and survived from the collapse is something that could bring purpose to the pain.
In the days after the collapse, the family found signs of hope in the debris that came from Hilda's condo unit. A certificate reading, "God bless this house, the Noriega family," pictures, and this birthday card.
It's just a beautiful message in the mess of everything. Unbeknownst to me at the time, that 6 days later, she was gonna be the 12th person found. And when the homicide detectives, when they broke the news to us, they handed us a brown paper bag and they addressed my father and said, "We want you to know that we found this on your mother when we recovered her body."
Inside the bag were 6 rosaries.
In a scenario where we didn't get to keep anything of hers, any of her belongings, the only 3 things we got to keep were symbolic in the legacy of her life.
While the Noriega family cherishes the few mementos they have, it was his grandmother's faith that fueled Mike to write the book.
There was a collapse that I went through in my personal life long before the Surfside collapse. And it's through my own crushing seasons of life that at the time that I called a curse, that I later was able to see as a blessing, because I see now that they were actually preparation for what I was going to face at Surfside.
Uncollapsible Soul shares more than the stories of those who lived and died that June night. His hope, those struggling with their own pain can find strength through his words.
This is so much bigger than my grandmother's story and my family's pain. And so the book is very raw, it's very authentic, because not only does it share the stories very vividly, but at the same time, I share the exact steps to healing that I went through, which is how I found healing.
Mike says he knows his grandmother would be proud of his book. The question he looks to answer, how do you endure a broken heart without crushing your spirit? Karen Hensel, 7 News.